Good morning. I'm Ben Armstrong, Senior Manager of Communications and Media Relations for Pepco Holdings, and I am pleased to welcome you here as we break ground on an exciting new project to benefit our customers and the communities here in Montgomery County. At Pepco and across the Exelon family of companies, we are committed to advancing the communities where we live and work. Each year we support hundreds of local community organizations and events across our region. And our employees volunteer thousands of hours as scout leaders, sports teams, coaches for our youth, and board members, and in many other capacities. Today, we will break ground on an innovative project as part of our efforts to give back to our community here in Montgomery County. To tell you more about this wonderful initiative, I'd like to introduce Donna Cooper, the Region President for Pepco. Donna.
Thank you. What an exciting morning it is. Yes, it is. So wanted to thank everyone for joining us. Wanted to thank the community leaders, the advocates, the elected officials, the board members as it relates to the advisory committee for parks. I wanted to acknowledge parks as well. We do have Councilmember Leventhal with us as well. So a round of applause to everyone. Wanted to recognize the media as well as Pepco staff. I wanted to do some special recognitions as well regarding individuals who've been instrumentally involved in this. I wanted to recognize Casey Anderson, who's the chair of the Montgomery County Planning Board. Mike Riley, our director of parks. And Dave Magill, our Maryland Trails Advocacy Director for Mid-Atlantic Off-Road Enthusiasts. So thanks to everyone on that. One thing I wanted to say about Pepco just very briefly. We have at the core of our mission, our commitment, our objectives and mandates, which is to provide safe, reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy to our valued customers. But something that's also very important, beyond that critical mission, it is important for us to be connected to the communities that we serve in more ways outside of this. And today is illustrative of this. I am very proud that we have been able to partner with all of these important groups and organizations to bring this forward. This will mean so much to the county, the residents, from an environmental perspective, from a recreational perspective, as well as from an aspect of just being out here and enjoying the open space. What we have to do is really ensure that people know that this space is available. In talking with Parks this morning, they shared with me their timeline on this. So it's going to happen very soon. It may have took a little time for us to get here, but I know that they've been working hard to get us there. I wanted to stop briefly and just say that we're committed to the community, we're committed to this project, and I would be remiss if I did not call Jerry Pasternak, our Vice President for Maryland Affairs, just to provide a few words. He has been instrumentally involved in this project. So thank you. We are excited, and we look forward to working towards other similar projects as well. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I really cannot add to what Donna said, but I do want to just take a moment to acknowledge Mike Riley and his team at Parks for the tremendous effort and the work and the partnership and the collaboration that went into making today happen. But for their partnership with us and their willingness to step up and take on a significant role in this project, we would not be here today. So let's have a hand for Mike, for Casey, and for the entire team at Montgomery County Parks. And just by seeing everybody here today, it's a statement on how important this is to the community, and Pepco is extremely proud to be here today, to be part of this, and to make this happen. So thank you very much, and let me turn this back over to Ben.
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Donna. Next, I'd like to introduce Mike Riley, Director of Parks for Montgomery County, or Montgomery Parks, to say a few words. Mike.
Thank you. What a great day. It's so great to be here, great turnout. You know, my whole career has been in capital development, and most great projects like this, you think back to that time years ago when you were sitting in meetings with all the parties and everybody's scratching their head saying, how the heck do we make this happen? There's so many obstacles, challenges, difficulties, but as was just mentioned, we worked as partners and we're here, and I'm so proud to be groundbreaking for this trail. There's so many people to recognize and thank. So I want to particularly thank Dave Magill and Dave Scull. It was a true grassroots effort. I know they were in this long before I was. All the bike trail advocates who pushed for this to happen. Great partnership with Pepco and lots of other parties. Trails are a big deal for us in Montgomery Parks. It's a big priority. We have 170 miles already of natural surface trail. This will be another 13 that'll provide so many benefits for connectivity, people to get from point A to point B, to schools. It'll provide a venue for families to come out and exercise and recreate and experience nature. They have such a direct benefit for health and wellness. So we're extremely excited about this. And one of the most important things, of course, about trails is they are free. I do want to recognize my boss, Casey Anderson, who's a big trail advocate. That didn't hurt matters. I think that the chair of the planning board happens to be a bike trail advocate, and also our planning board commissioner, Tina Patterson, over here, who's standing next to Casey. And I worked very closely with Jerry on this project. And like Jerry said, if we weren't pushing this all together all the time, it wouldn't be happening. So thank you for being here, and it's a pleasure to break ground on this trail.
Mike, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Next, I'd like to introduce Casey Anderson, Chair of the Montgomery County Planning Board, for a few remarks. Casey.
One of the unusual things about this project is there's about half a dozen people who all think it was their idea. And they're not wrong. It's kind of like how calculus was invented in Europe in 3 different places at roughly the same time. Like, so the Peggy Dennis, John Wetmore, Dave Scull, Jack Cochran, me, all of us were all thinking about this sort of on different tracks within the last, say, decade. But it, for a variety of reasons, didn't all come together until the merger. And really, the county government took it very seriously as part of the merger discussion. So I think the county executive, the county attorney's office really deserves a lot of credit for really making sure that this issue didn't, fall off the table when the merger discussion was happening. I also want to thank George Leventhal from the county council, who's here. We got a lot of support from our elected officials, which is fantastic. Dave Scull has already been mentioned. Dave Magill's going to speak. But I want to finish by recognizing some of the people that have really poured literally blood, sweat, and tears into our trails and will be the ones who are going to help to maintain this. I saw Rick Meyer here previously. Rick, are you here somewhere? Yeah, Rick. He's out here. I see him on Facebook almost every day. He's out like building trails, maintaining trails, cleaning up trash, cutting back the vegetation, keeping it all in great shape. We really could not do it without you. I see Austin Steo here, who's given so much of his life to trails. There are others as well, but those people are the ones that actually do the backbreaking work of making, not only to make this kind of thing possible to open, but to keep it safe, to keep it usable, and to create that opportunity for everybody else. So thanks to everybody. I really sometimes didn't think I'd see this day happen. So it's great to be here. Thanks a lot.
Casey, thank you. Appreciate the words. Lastly, I'd like to introduce and welcome to the podium Dave Magill to say a few words. Dave is the Maryland Trails Advocacy Director for Mid-Atlantic Off-Road Enthusiasts or more. So Dave, welcome to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm Dave Magill, the Maryland Advocacy Director of MORE. MORE's mission is riding bikes and building trails. We also maintain trails, and over 600 miles of them in the DC metro area right now. Whenever possible, we advocate for trails that are open to all non-motorized users, hikers, runners, bikes, and horses. And we're an all-volunteer organization, and we're signing on with Pepco and the Parks Department to maintain this trail when it's finished. We're really happy to have this day here. Pepco has this and other fantastic corridors. trail users really like connections. Thanks to the wonderful park system here in Montgomery County, we have trails in most of the stream valleys, but connecting these up has been hard. And the Pepco corridor runs 12 miles straight from Montgomery Mall out to the Soccerplex, and it crosses 5 trails. The 6-mile pilot project being built right now is going to connect 3 of these. It's going to be very scenic as well, with great views like the one we have behind us. You may know that it took a little push to get Pepco to agree to allow a trail along their right-of-way. It turns out that public access on trails is in fact a reasonable issue to raise in a merger proceeding. We had great support from Roger Berliner, Hans Reimer, and the whole county council, as well as the county executive and the planning department when we asked Pepco for trail access. These buttons, share the lines, send a simple, strong message. But anyway, the most important thing for us trail users is that Pepco has gone above and beyond their merger commitment. They've really put real time and effort into a safe, sensible design for this pilot natural surface trail. They embrace the user community preference to plan for 2 trails on the same corridor, one unpaved being built now, and a future paved trail. They brought together all sorts of government agencies and user groups and stuck with us to get here. Really a warm thanks to Richard Stieg, Musa Hijazi, Afshin Avali, and of course Jerry Pasternak, who just kept going on it all the way. But this is a true partnership, and Montgomery Parks is also stepping up big time. Without their commitment to build the trail, this groundbreaking might not be happening for 1 or 2 years from now. We'd have to go out and raise the funds. Instead, Montgomery Parks has a great trail building team and decided to make this a 2018 priority. In fact, this is the January 2018 priority. Mike Riley and Bob Turnbull have led the charge with tremendous support from the whole planning board and especially Chair Casey Anderson. Building a great trail network takes long-term vision. Moore has been working on building out a shared vision of trails for Montgomery County for over 20 years. We've been aligning that vision with the county and state's plans, and now Montgomery County has one of the best urban trail systems in the entire U.S. We are glad to have Pepco join this successful partnership. Someday, I think there will be a hugely popular trail corridor right here, both paved and natural trails, and all kinds of users, including commuters, choosing to get out of their cars to work and play. We at Moore are proud to be part of bringing this vision to life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate the words. I'd like to just real quickly reintroduce Donna Cooper for some final words.
You all can leave very shortly. I just wanted to really recognize Leah from the county executive's office and say thank you to the county executive in my remarks. I did not acknowledge him, but his leadership as well. Again, Councilmember Leventhal and all of you who are here today. Thank you. We're excited. Let's get it going. Thank you.
All right, thanks everybody for joining. We're now going to break ground. We have shovels, but I think, given the cold and given how hard the dirt is, we may want picks to actually break ground. But I'd like to bring Donna, Mike, Dave, Casey, and Jerry up to put our hard hats on and come on over, and we will officially break ground on this new trail. Thank you.